What's up YouTube, and welcome to the very first video on the Wild Frugal Free channel. On this channel I'll be sharing my military family's journey towards financial independence and the tips and lessons that we learned along the way. My name is Roman, and in today's video we'll be talking about my number one tip to win with your money in 2021. I'm also going to give you 3 ways to start doing this today. 3 different methods that you can translate into action so you can get started right now, as soon as you finish this video, of course. And make sure to stick around to the end, because I'm also going to share with you the way that my family is getting this done in 2021. Before we can start moving toward our financial goals, we have to have a good understanding of where we're starting from, our baseline. Now, the best way to do this, and the habit that I think you need to develop in 2021, is spending tracking. That's right. Sounds like a simple concept, simply tracking your expenses, right? Tracking your income. And it is, but hear me out. It's the most important part of the whole process, because if you don't know where you're coming from, how can you possibly move toward where you're going? If you don't know where your frivolous spending is, how can you cut back? That's why tracking your spending is, in my opinion, the very most important thing that you can start doing this year to get ahead with your money. There are multiple ways to do this, and I'm going to give you my favorite 3. The 3 that I've used throughout the years. Number 1, the simplest and the most old school. Grab a notebook, grab a pen, write down your expenses. It's as simple as that. Ideally, you'd have something that you can tuck into your pocket and bring with you where and when you'll be spending the money, so you make sure that you kind of capture the data in real time rather than relying on your memory to log the expense later. However, whatever works for you is fine, as long as you get it tracked. And what you're going to do is every week or every month you're going to compile all the data that you put into that notebook, and you're going to look at it and reflect on how you're spending your money. You'll have an accurate picture of your starting line. Now, analog is tried and true, and the notebook method will certainly work for you. It's worked for me many times. However, some of us prefer a more digital solution in 2021. Not to worry, because method number 2 is to use the apps and web services that are already available, many for free, on your smartphone or your computer. Now, many of these apps or websites can be linked to your phone, and they'll do most of the work for you. You swipe your card and the app logs your spending. You transfer money from your checking account to pay a bill, and the app shows what you've paid. There are a lot of these available out there. I think that in a different video I'll probably review my own experiences with some of them, but just a short list. You can use Mint.com is a good one that a lot of people use, and is currently in use by the famed Mr. Money Mustache, I believe. Personal Capital is another one that folks pursuing financial independence seem to love, and that I've used a bit. YNAB, You Need a Budget, is another app that you can use. Or for the Dave Ramsey fans out there, you've got EveryDollar, which is his tracking app that I know you can also link to your accounts, although I believe there is a subscription fee for that one. So yeah, many sites out there, many apps that you can use. If you have a favorite one that I haven't mentioned, go ahead and drop me a comment below so I can add that to my repertoire, and the rest of the folks viewing the video know about that one as well. Also, check out your bank. A lot of banks have these spending tracking tools already available to their customers via their website or their mobile app, so you might not even need to download anything new. Maybe the tools are already available to you and you're just not using them. I know that the bank that I use right now for most of my banking needs, Navy Federal Credit Union, has some of these tools already available, and those can be useful. Now, there is the downside of the fact that cash transactions are not going to be captured by these apps or web services, although many of them, I know Mint.com especially, will allow you to go in and manually enter your cash transactions. So keep that in mind. Certainly not fail-proof, but they're a good place to start for those of you that like to have your tracking on your device in your pocket or via your computer. And some other hiccups that I've had in the past with these apps is accounts not staying linked over the long term. I have to continually relink. Not sure why that happens, but it's certainly something you can troubleshoot. In addition, if you have joint accounts, I've had minor issues in the past with the joint accounts logging transactions or balances in the program twice. Just keep that in mind. As long as you're reviewing everything and it seems accurate, I think that these are a great option for many of you out there. So check them out. We'll see which one you like and let me know. Now, as promised, I'm also going to share with you the method that we use this year for something that we're calling our Every Penny Project, and you can use that hashtag. Every Penny Project. We've committed this year in 2021 to tracking every single penny that comes in, every single penny that comes out for the entire year. Now we've done spending tracking on and off many times. Usually it's when our finances are in flux. The birth of a new child, which came with some new bills, when we moved to a new duty station, when my wife got a new job or stopped working for a while to care for our children. These are all instances when we have, for periods in the past, been pretty disciplined about our spending tracking, but generally once we have a good idea of it, it falls off. Inspired by some other podcasters and blogs out there, namely Mr. Money Mustache, I've decided that it's a good idea for an entire year at least to track every single penny, thus the Every Penny Project. And how we're going to do it. Method number 3, try to contain your excitement. This is a big one. It kind of marries the first two, the analog and the digital. Excel spreadsheets. That's right, I know, crazy. An Excel spreadsheet. Lots of people use Excel spreadsheets to track their finances. It's what I'm personally using for the Every Penny Project, and it's what works for me. I like the flexibility that the spreadsheets give me. I can enter in my cash transactions, I can enter in my cards transactions. What I do is, as I spend money throughout the day, I'll take the receipt and I'll just tuck it in my wallet, throw it in my pocket, and when I get home that day or every day or so, I'll pull all the receipts out and I'll log it. And then I actually put the receipts once they're logged into just a simple accordion folder that I keep here. And I'll generally do it before bed to kind of reflect on what I've spent that day or over the past couple of days. I also like too that I can use formulas and charts within Microsoft Excel to kind of analyze the data in the way that I see fit. If I want a pie chart that shows me percentages of spend based on different categories, I can do that. If I want to see my savings rate, a quick formula. If I want to add up the month's total, quick formula. If I want to see the daily average, very easy. So I like that flexibility of Excel. I actually like that it's not automated as well. As easy as it is to have the app do everything for me, I like the additional step of actually going in, loading up my Excel spreadsheet, looking at my receipts, and logging everything in. I feel like it's a good barrier that helps me at the point of purchase think about whether or not what I'm about to buy is actually something that's going to add value to my life and is aligned with my own financial goals, my goals for my family, or is it maybe just an impulse buy that when I sit down at my computer later and log it, I'm going to feel bad and feel like I wasted money. And that helps me make better decisions at the point of purchase. So yeah, Excel spreadsheets. Let me know if you're an Excel spreadsheet user as well. I know a lot of money nerds love their spreadsheets. I'm just another one of them. Here's the thing about spending tracking. You probably think that you have a pretty good idea where your money's going, how much you're spending, how much you're saving, and what those expenses are. I can almost guarantee you that once you start strictly tracking your spending, there are going to be some surprises. There are going to be some things that you are maybe even embarrassed by. Some things that you're going to want to change. Or you might even be surprised by your savings rate. Maybe you're saving more than you thought you were because you've got it automated. Whatever the case, in order to start getting ahead, you have to know where you're starting from. So please, start tracking your spending. So that's it guys, 3 ways that you can start getting ahead with your money for 2021. Let me know which one you decide in the comments. Are you going to start tracking your spending with a pen and paper? Are you going to use an app? Or are you going to be like me and nerd out on your Excel spreadsheets? If you want to join me in 2021 by tracking every penny that comes in and every penny that goes out, go ahead and use hashtag EveryPennyProject, and I'll be reviewing that to see if anybody decides to join. Thanks again for watching. I do appreciate those that have made it this far in the video. I hope that you found some value. If you did, please be sure to tap the subscribe and notification bell. And give this video a like. I'd love for you to stick around to follow my family's journey as we pursue financial independence, and to check out the next videos that we'll be posting on this page as we share what we've learned, and we'll continue to learn along the way. If you're also pursuing financial independence, hit me up at @WildFrugalFree on Instagram. Shoot me a DM and let me know where you're at in the process and what's been the thing that's moved the needle the very most for you. The trips and tricks and WAPs or EB services. This is hard.